Everything still works. Perfect. What a good day to be alive. Welcome, everybody. I have normal latency on, so sorry if you post something in the chat and then I don't see it for like 20 seconds afterwards. It's fine. Today, what are we doing today? Everything's still working right? Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, I just posted a link in the chat, but I don't know if it's like Twitch and it doesn't save, so let me post it again. It is this piece of paper right here, and we're gonna be using that today to make a random monster. Oh, bam, there it is again. So I think just to start off as kind of like a warm-up and a brainstorming sesh is that I'm going to do this activity a couple of times, like maybe 3 or 4 times, and then choose one of my favorite ones to do the color. So what you will need today for this activity is a pencil and paper, something to color with, and a 6-sided dice. You could also, if you don't have a dice on hand, you could also go into Google and search up number randomizer and then choose a range from 1 to 6 and do it that way as well. As long as you have an internet connection, you can do this activity. But I'm gonna do it with a classic dice. Let's see, what colors do I have? Should pick out some Halloween-y colors. You could roll several at once, but I think I'll just roll one at a time. Let's see, we have a blue one, red one, a black one, a purple one, and a green one. Let's see, which one's the most Halloween-y? I'm kind of down with the purple one. Alright, here we go. Let's see how many eyes the monster has. It has 4 eyes. Oh, spooky. Just write the number 4 here. Let's see how many arms it's gonna have. 5 arms. Oh my stars. Let's see how many legs. 3. Does my monster have hair, scales, spikes, spots, stripes, or feathers? It has, this is the 4, so it's gonna have spots. And then, what color is my monster, or at least mostly? 2, red. Okay, cool. Then, well, you could do a little line here so that we have space to do another one. Oh wait, I should pick out a new color. Let's do a green one. Let's do green dice. Oh, bam. Oh, we got 4 again. I don't want to get repeats. Let's roll until we get a new one. 5. 5 eyes. 6 arms. Ooh. 2 legs. So if it's gonna have 6 arms and 2 legs, there's probably gonna be a spider-like monster. 4. I already got 4. 1. Hair. Ooh, a hairy spider. Ooh. Now, what color? Well, I already rolled 2. No! Okay, purple. Purple is probably my favorite color. Alright, let's do one more. 2 eyes. Like a human. Most humans. 4 arms. 5 legs. Ooh, spooky. Man, an odd number is kind of tricky for that, isn't it? 3 spikes. Ooh, yay. I wanted to draw one with spikes. And then blue. Blue and spiky. So, first off, I'm gonna take some paper that I don't care about so much. Do this paper. And let's draw... Oh! And then these shapes down here, I forgot to go over that. If you're not sure where to start, pick a basic shape and add the features onto it. So you just have a circle, add 4 eyes onto that circle, and so on. Or if you want even more challenge, we could roll the dice again and make this random too. So like, for our first monster, the base shape has to be this one. But I don't... We're just gonna go on it. Let's go with that. So let's start with that base shape. This is monster... Let's number these monsters. 1, 2, and 3. Or maybe A, B, and C. Easy as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, is it you and me now? So how are we gonna add 4 eyes onto this one? The eyes could be in the body, they could be sticking out of the body. Zoom in on this paper a little bit. I have no idea what this... Do you guys see that? Is there a weird red spot in the center there? I hope not. I don't know why it started doing that. Anyways. Let's go ahead and add some 4 eyes. Maybe we'll put, since it's an even number, we can put 2 on this side and 2 on that side. Well, it looks kind of like a paw. Next we give it 5 arms. It has 5 arms and 3 legs. So maybe... has like 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra one on this side, 5. There. And then 3 legs. And we'll do like legs like that. Little feet. And then it has spots. Give us some spots. And I guess we'll give it a smile too. And this one's gonna be red. We're not gonna color it yet. Right now we're just kind of playing around with these random ones. So next we have ones with 5 eyes, 6 legs, wait, 6 arms, 2 legs, hairy, and it's purple. I wanted to do a spider monster for this one since it has 8 limbs. What basic shape should I start with first? Maybe a circle would be good for this one, or this one. It's kind of like a square. Nah, I'll start with the circle. I guess these monsters don't have to be as cute as I'm drawing them either, but that's just how I draw. 5 eyes. It's like a spider. Let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll give it little fangs. So you can kind of bend the rules a little bit. Like, you could also interpret it as having 2 arms and 4 legs, but whatever. Just 8 limbs. I would recommend doing this step with a pencil so that you can make steps with it. I'm doing it with pen so that you can see it easier. But when I choose my final monster that I'm gonna color, then you'll see it in pencil. 8 legs there. And then it has hair. Oh, it's a hairy one. So I would just add like a hairy texture on there. Maybe the legs are hairy too. Do like little tufts of hair here. Okay, and then this one's gonna be purple. That one's a little. This guy's a little spooky. So real cute. Welcome everybody. If you want a copy of this worksheet to print out, just let me know and I'll send you a link. Thanks for joining stream tonight. Let's see, what is this third monster gonna have? 2 eyes, 4 arms, 5 legs, spikes. It's gonna be blue. So maybe I'll do a monster kind of like this one, where it has like a head and then a long neck and then a body. Or maybe, let's see, it only has 2 eyes. So maybe I'll start with basic shape number 2. So it's like that. And then I need to give it just 2 eyes. I'll just give it 2 eyes up here. Kind of like Barney. Eyes way up there. Arms, okay. Oh, you also have a normal amount of legs. How about that? Maybe we'll give this guy pants. This is like the most human looking guy. But you just need 6 arms. We'll put 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3. How's everybody doing this so lovely afternoon? Hope you're having a good spooky month. I'm not gonna give it very detailed fingers. Kind of reminds me of a cartoon style. Give it a big old goofy smile. And then we gotta give it spikes. Spikes. Boop, boop. Maybe it's like spiky hair. And then maybe I'll give it overalls. The big old pocket in the center. Now I'm kind of thinking of like kind of a porcupine situation. This guy's gonna be blue. So let me think of kind of like a shape for a porcupine. I don't know how I'd give it 6 arms though. Maybe it actually runs on its arms. Well, good idea in theory. Maybe if I gave it more time. Let's see. I mean, I kind of like all of these sketches. I think I like the spider the most. But let's do one more. Just to see if we can come up with something extra crazy. Let's use the black dye for this one. 3. And I have 3 eyes. Oh, we already got 4. I already got 5. 2. 2 arms. 6 legs. I already rolled 4. I already rolled 3. I already rolled 1. There's a new one. 5 stripes. Stripes would be fun to color. Already rolled 4. Already rolled 4. Already rolled 4. Okay. Green. Classic Halloween color. You can probably fit them over here. Oh, and which one of these shapes? I haven't used this shape yet. Let's see. I want to give it... Okay, it has 6 legs. So I'm going to tilt this basic shape kind of to the side. Then I'm going to tilt it to the side again. Give it a body. Attach it to a neck. Give it 3 eyes. It's gonna have stripes. You can also have more than one texture too, because this one reminds me of like a kind of like a Dr. Seuss looking guy. Probably would need a give him a little tail. There's 2 arms. Maybe it has little arms up here. And 6 legs, huh? 1. 3. 4. 5. I think it needs bigger arms. Like maybe the neck is like that. And then it has its arms are a little more like that. Just add those just for fun. These are all very silly. And it's going to be green. So that's monster 1, that's monster 2, that's monster 3, and that's monster 4. So if anyone is in the chat, I want to let y'all decide which one that I'm going to do, but hopefully you're making your own random monster at home that doesn't look like any one of these. Because they should kind of look different each time. And if you don't have the dice or an activities sheet at home, I'll do one more. But this time I won't draw anything for it. This time you get to draw something for it. Let's do the red dice for this last one. I'm not going to pay attention to the repeats. 5 eyes. 4 arms. 4 Okay, what? 5 legs. Oh, it has scales. Ooh, scales are fun. Scales are kind of like that. And then yellow. You know, I'm not gonna do that to you. Purple. Yellow's kind of hard to work with. Okay, so these are your numbers, the viewers at home, if you want to make your own, or you can choose any of these numbers. Anything from this list for your own randomized monster. So, and then you can choose one of these basic shapes to add the features onto. In this little example one here, you can see it has 6 arms and 4 legs and 1 eye, and it has the scale texture. And maybe it's purple. I don't know. You can print out this in the link in the chat. If you want to do it in the future or just for something to do on a rainy day, it's a fun little drawing exercise. So out of these 4, I think I still like the spider. But if any of you watching have a stronger feeling one way or the other, I'd be willing to do any one of those. So on and so forth. So you can get out a pencil, paper, eraser. Where's my eraser? Here's one. And unless if there are any objections, I'm gonna do the spider. Zoom this out a little bit. So this paper is a Strathmore drawing paper. 9 by 12, acid-free, medium weight. You don't need such fancy paper if you're not using chalk pastel, but a nice paper kind of works best with chalk pastel. Let me find a blank sheet here. Do I not have any blank sheets? Well, I have a blank one in the back. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. And if you'd like, you can make a frame for your picture to live in, which I will do with the side of this. Focus. Focus. Okay. So the other examples that I made were pretty small pictures, about this big. I accidentally got something on there, but I kind of like this size because it reminds me of trading cards. But it's a little bit small if you want to have like little details and have all your edges stay clean, so I'm gonna make mine a little bit bigger, but you can make yours any size. Mine is about a square. Don't know how big it is. There. Okay. I kind of like this one too. I don't know. A spider is kind of basic, you know what I mean? Let's do something more interesting. Like the spider's like the safe bet. Let's do the really weird looking one. But I am gonna change it from how it was before. Remember when you're sketching your monster to draw nice and light. I'm gonna give it kind of like a bus like body here to fit all of those legs. Maybe I should make the head bigger. Almost like a Loch Ness Monster kind of situation. Give it like one big eye here, two little eyes here, and a big toothy smile. I feel like something needs to be like on top of its head too. I don't know if that's just me. It is gonna have stripes, but maybe I'll also make it fluffy. Fluffy stripes. I'll give it kind of like dragon legs. I'm going to make the bottom of the frame a little bit further down because I can. Monster ended up being a little bit bigger than I expected. Still not quite sure where to put the arms. But something else that I also had with all these pictures was that I all had them holding a little jack-o'-lantern filled with candy. Which I think I'll do with this one too. Just so that I have something for the arms to do. Know what I mean? I'll give it... It's a big monster, so let's give it a big thing of candy. Has all the candy in it. Yep, whatever. Okay. Looking good. Have its other little hand holding on to it. So here I'm adding more little zigzags to show the fluffiness of it. This monster would be my friend. This monster would be anybody's friend. I think instead of making like monsters, I think I'm just trying to come up with like more Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends kind of buddies. Let's see. What kind of background should this monster be in? Again, with these examples, you don't have to have like a background. You can just pick a color that would look nice, like complementary. Or you can give it a little bit more of an environment, like there's the moon, there's probably a sky, there's a ground. And since this is on a bigger frame, it'll be easier to make a little bit more of a detailed background. But also, we just have an hour to finish this, so do something a little bit simple. I think I'll get rid of this mohawk here. Never mind on that. I'll give it some more pointy toes. Okay. Maybe a little fluffy tail instead of something like that. Nah. Maybe this friend did have a fluffy tail at some point, but it got like... But it shed from stress. Okay, well, it's got a bag of candy with them, so maybe our friend's been trick-or-treating. On a hill. We'll put some little fun-shaped houses on this hill. Maybe I'll make it look like the houses are going into the background by making them smaller. Here they go. Okay, bye houses. And then we get our big moon. Crescent moons. Then lastly, maybe a little path. That came from that house. And, you know, paths get bigger the closer we get to the foreground where our monster is. The path is smaller in the background. We got that going. A little chimney on them. I don't know how to feel about the chimney. Yeah, let's put chimneys on. And then maybe lastly, we don't usually do speech bubbles, but I think this guy looks so cartoonish. Maybe he's saying trick or treat or happy Halloween. Maybe saying happy Halloween? Maybe? Maybe trick or treat. I think he's trick or treat. Alright, there's our randomized monster. So next step is to color. The funnest part. Let me get my, roll on my sleeves, get this. Put my dice away. Unpack my coloring thing. I'm going to be using chalk pastel to color mine. Just because that is the primary medium that we use at the studio. Alright, there we are. What color is this guy again? Green! Woo! It's green, but it has stripes, so maybe I'll start with the head being green, so it's like the main color is green. And then maybe it's going to be green and purple stripes. So I'm thinking about that now, because if I made the sky purple, it might blend in with the monster too much, so I probably don't want to make it purple. Let's make it dark blue. So it's just like our classes as usual, where you're using the big part of the pastel except for these littler areas. Don't be afraid to color all the way to the edge. This is the step where you can be the messiest, but the cleaner you keep your edges, the easier your life will be, just throughout the whole picture when it comes to chalk pastel. You want to be careful around the edges, and then you're gonna have a little bit more fun in the big areas. Such a small piece. The VOD of this lesson is going to stay on this YouTube channel indefinitely. So if you're getting overwhelmed with the pace, or are just watching it for funsies, but you might want to do this craft later, you can always re-watch the VOD whenever you please. And then that way you can actually pause. If you're working on one step a little bit longer than I'm working on a step. And also anyone watching is also more than welcome to post any questions, or please slow down in the chat or whatever. Okay. So, blend this in. Make sure you put enough pastel in that when you blend it, it's a solid color. I'm just barely getting away with it here. I'm a little bit lacking in pastel in some places. This is the absolute minimum amount of pastel that you can add for it to work. So chalk pastel is great because you can cover a lot of space in just a little bit amount of time. Let's say if I was doing this with colored pencil, coloring in the sky, this deep purple would probably take me like twice as long. So when your fingers get like this is why I have a rag. Swipe it off. And then I'm just gonna blow the dust away from my computer. Take a sip of whatever is in my mug. I don't have face cam, so you're just gonna have to guess what I'm drinking. Hint, it is Red Bull. Since it's nighttime, I don't want to make the grass like this color. It's like too light of a green. I could probably make it this color since it's a pretty cold green. So let's do that. I don't think this is the same green that's in your pastel set. My bad. Hold on. Is this one? I think this one is in your pastel set. I have a 48 color pastel set. So it's sometimes hard to tell. And then most of the students have a 24 set box, so I'm trying to only use colors that come in a 24 set. Even though you shouldn't be following this step by step, you should be following the same process, but your monster should be different from mine since it's a randomizer. It should all be random. I just want to show you what you can do, things that you're capable of doing with a 24 box set. There's some colors that you probably wish you had that aren't in a 24 box set, which you can always buy separately. But for the most part, we're just gonna work with what we got. Letting that in. So this monster's also gonna be green, so maybe I should have made ground brown. But that's okay. Also totally this green. Yeah, I used the wrong green too. Okay, that's fine. Close enough. My pastels aren't very organized. Next, what brown can I use? Here's the dark brown. Is it this brown? Yeah, this brown's good. We'll make a brown path. Or maybe I'll give it green and orange stripes. Or green and red stripes would be a little bit too Christmassy. Okay. You can have the same background as mine if you want. Okay. So next, to make our picture look a little bit more realistic, we can start adding some lights and darks. I'd rather not do this yet before I do the lights and darks of the sky, just because that is how I roll. Purple. Put some purple up at the top here. Turns of the sky. The higher up in the sky you get, the closer you get to space. The space is the darkest thing there is, so why the top of the sky is darker, the bottom of the sky is lighter. If you look at pretty much any sky, that is true. There are some like special sunsets where it doesn't look that way, but it's that way. Let's see, next up we got okay. Put a light blue at the bottom, but maybe this kind of minty, this minty green color. Ooh, maybe I should make it green in this color. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Now you can probably see why I haven't filled in the houses yet. Because even if I'm really careful with the blending, you know, the edges are gonna get a little smudgy. Put some of this blue in the middle back in here. Okay, now for the grass. The top of the grass is going to be lighter, bottom of it's going to be darker. Since it's nighttime, I'm going to use this minty green again. This time on top of green, so it's still going to look different from here. By the milk light of moon, all that was lost is revealed. Because our goal with the lights and darks isn't to cover up what we've already done, but to mix new colors, to add depth, stuff like that. Let's put some dark blue on top of the grass here. So to add lights and darks to things, you don't necessarily need, like, I need to add lights and darks to the color green. I don't need green for the darks, or green all the time. And then for the moon's gonna be yellow. So even though this is gonna be a very cold picture, brown is a very warm color. So let's cool it down a little bit with, it's got to be the lemony yellow. Because if it's any other kind of yellow, then that's like a lot warmer of a yellow. Or I could do a green and yellow stripes. Oh my gosh. So many different other colored stripes I could do. I don't know which one. Green and purple. Green and mint. Green and yellow. I don't know. This has to be green and something. Okay, now I need a darker color down here. Again, I already used the darkest brown that we have. Or at least as far as I know. So again, we can use purple or dark blue for the darks. I'm gonna use purple. Oh yeah. And then we can't forget about the shadow underneath our monster friend here. So the reason why I used blue and not something like gray, because if you look at how dark this color is and compare it to gray, this is actually lighter than this. Even if you combine it with the brown, it's probably going to end up being lighter. In comparison to, I don't even know if you can see that, if you put that, they're similar, but this is definitely darker than this. So I want it to be dark. If I want it to be a little bit more subtle, you can put a little bit of that brown back on top. Go. So there's still a shadow under there. Just kind of blend it in a little bit more. Okay, now for these smaller things, I kind of want to work from top to bottom. Let's get our golden yellow here. Well, actually, now we're gonna use this bright yellow again. And for itty bitty small details like this, which you're gonna see me do a lot, is that I'm not going to blend with my fingers. Maybe if your fingers are small enough you can. But I ain't doing that. I know she's never late, still anxiously I wait. Patient is the night. Instead I'm gonna blend with the pastel.
Oh, we're going to the pasture to meet Adelaide and ask her if she has a way to send us back where we came from. I don't know who she is or how she is or when.
And then I'm gonna give this moon a lovely little glow. Adelaide, come on, let's do the Adelaide parade. So Adelaide, Adelaide, come to Adelaide's house today. I want the moon to be glowing. I'm not pressing really hard because I'm gonna blend it carefully. So when we get to later steps, I want to be a lot more careful blending than I was in the first step. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Next, let's do the houses. What color should the houses be? Zoom in a little closer to these houses. Go. And the trick or treat. While I have the white out, let me do the So every Halloween season, I don't know if y'all have ever watched like Mickey's House of Mouse, but they have like a Halloween special where all the bad guys take over and show all of these like scary Mickey shorts. And I used to watch that every year. And I've been kind of tempted to watch that again this year. My new tradition has been watching the Over the Garden Wall, which I'm playing the soundtrack to right now. Yeah, purple. And there's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown chorus.
Gentleman I thought he was when he first said hi. H-I. J is for the Joker, that is Jimmy B. The man who made me cry, that's a C. And K, well you know it's just not okay to kiss and then run away, leaving alone without leaving a letter for Langtree. M is for the misery left me in, never to return again. Oh, what a poor pea-fool I've been, queuing in line for him. And are you the one for me? Yes, say you'll come back to me. Why are you tempted to tease me? Oh. Why not you have got to understand the value of a woman's heart. V, why, W not why, did you think it was fine to X me from the start? And why, yes, why is the question that's on my mind. Oh, why?
Okay, that's good enough.
Right before reaching our zenith. Oh, one is the number of men I've loved, and two is the times I'll say it's you, it's you.
Okay,
Of days you've been gone, but it feels like 4 times
next, the piece de la resistance. Monster. What did we decide? Green, it's gotta be green and something. Green and purple? Green and mint? Let's see, we could do green, the mint, green, and yellow. I mean, this is the only other place where there's yellow, so maybe yellow would be good. No potatoes and molasses.
If you want some, oh, just ask us. They're warm and soft like puppies in socks, filled with cream and candy rocks. Oh,
Potatoes and molasses.
They're so much sweeter than algebra class. If your stomach is grumbling and your mouth starts mumbling, there's only one thing to keep your brain from crumbling. Oh, potatoes and molasses.
Hey.
You can't see 'em, but all
Aw, cute.
glasses, they're shiny and large, like a fisherman's barge. You know you eat enough when you start seeing stars. Oh, potatoes and molasses. It's the only thing left on your task list. They're short and stout, they make everyone shout for potatoes.
And molasses.
For potatoes and
That's enough. We all know the beast, Pilgrim. He lurks out there in the unknown, seeking those who are far from home, hoping never to let you return. Ooh, better beware. Ooh, the beast is out there. Ooh, better be wise and don't believe his lies. For once your will begins to spoil, he'll turn you to a tree of oil and use you in his lantern for to burn.
That should be good.
I make ends meet, just like any man.
Ooh.
I work with my hands. If you cross my path, I'll knock you out, drag you off the road, steal your shoes from off your feet. I'm an highwayman, but I make ends meet.
Write a loving letter, boy, that swoops and sweeps and curls. Calligraphers are just the thing to help you win your girl. Then you'll need to dress up smart, the tailor's here by chance. You'll stitch your trousers, hold your belt, and find culture of friends. Your shoes, my goodness, how they're worn, but you're too young to know. Nothing courts a woman's scorn more than scuffs on the toe. The cobbler can attend to that, meanwhile you must have cake. The baker and patissier need work, for goodness sake. Hi-dee-diddly-um-da-dum today. What a merry time we'll have upon your wedding day. Hi-dee-diddly-um-da-dum today. There's work for old and little boys getting married. That pointy cone upon your head, you can't be wearing that. The milliner, he'll fix you up with proper high silk hat. The bride, of course, she'll need a dress, on that we must agree. The seamstress, my young lover, oh, how grateful she will be. The rings, by gum, did I forget? Well, that's my favorite part. The vows, the whole romantic mess, now that's a jeweler's art. And so you see, your handiwork is yours if you're inclined. But our livelihood's at stake, so don't you go and change your mind. Hi-dee-diddly-um-da-dum today. What a merry time we'll have upon your wedding day. Hi-dee-diddly-um-da-dum today. There's work for old and little boys getting married.
Oh boy. Okay. Kind of works. Okay, we'll need lights and darks for this too. Get this minty green back up in here. Okay, and then the light color for the yellow, I'll use this lovely little peach color. And for darks, use blue. And the yellow. I also use blue. I'll use the lighter blue. Okay. Very carefully blending this, and then we'll clean up our edges.
At night, when the lake is a mirror, and the moon rides the waves to the shore, a single soul sets his voice singing, content to be slightly forlorn. A song rises over the lilies, sweeps high to clear over the reeds, and over the bulrushes sway to pluck at a
Might be a good idea to wash your hands between blending dark and light colors.
voices. Now they are singing, then 10 as the melody soars. Round the shimmering pond all are joining in song as it carries their reverie on. Over the treetops and mountains, over the blackened ravines, then softly it falls by a house near a stream, and over the garden wall to thee.
I never dreamed that there'd come a day when I'd find myself far from your arms. Now that I am, I can hardly stand not to be near your sweet southern charm.
Now I'm kind of just sharpening up some edges here.
Send me a peach from old Georgia.
But I think we're good to add some textures on here now.
If I could have one bite of Georgia,
Starting with the sky.
I would feel right here at home.
Let's make it kind of a cloudy, misty, spooky night.
Walking with you by
So with that, I wish I had a smaller piece of white.
me, one peach from Georgia, just so I know you'll be mine. I
And have some fog creeping in from the edges.
before my road leads back to you. Though the winter may bring the whole world to its knees, the spring shall return with its fruit. The wind here is ready for winter. It seems to turn everything blue. So just send me one little peach. Just
Ooh,
a
spooky.
sweet, sunny
We can blend a little bit, but
piece
texture of the paper makes a pretty cool misty texture anyways. Okay, next is writing the trick or treat. Now if you have a charcoal pencil, that would be great for details like this, but I'm going to assume that nobody does, so do your best to use a corner of a black pastel. Right, trick or treat. Boop. Okay, next we'll get some grass texture in here. I'll use the moss green for that. Oh, I haven't done the pail yet. Put some grass on the dirt path too. Or like more like weeds. Also gonna add some with this minty color. Got to add little highlights to the houses. That's fine. Okay, next. That's more dirt. Dirt to the ground. You can make spots with black. And maybe some leaves fell on the ground at some point. Draw some little leaves. Of course, they're the biggest when they're closest. So there's a leaf there. And I'll put smaller leaves here and here. Okay. Oh, speaking of orange, we gotta color in this pail. Gotta make the monster go trick or treating. Can't go trick or treating without a pail full of candy. Put some pink candy in there. Some blue candy. Give it its little jack-o'-lantern face. Cute. Okay, next. We need lots of texture on this striped monster here. Let's get our eyes in first. Careful not to rest your hand too much on the paper because it's gonna want to smudge. Careful of that. Give it our give it a big old crooked smile. Okay, now the texture on this friend. Using a lighter green. Kind of emphasize the stripe situation. I think I'll put that texture on the white part. I mean the yellow part too. Why not? the majority of the monster randomizer did say that the primary color is green, so get some green textures in here too. I'm gonna put some yellow texture on here too.
The angels have gone, the songs have gone silent. You're sinking like a stone before the tide. The river runs cold, the fight is over.
So any parts that I still haven't really
Call your name.
I get to feel. Any parts that still isn't covered with pastel. Make sure that's a thing. Well, yeah, this monster look very fluffy. Nice. It's so cute. Look at that buddy going trick-or-treating. Well, alright then. I don't think there's much more that I could do here. I think things are just kind of good enough, you know what I mean? So, we're gonna take a little break from this stream. Maybe I can add just like a few more like leaves, maybe? Some red leaves. But at 6 o'clock, which is less than an hour here, we're gonna go ahead and do another art stream, except this time you're gonna learn how to draw some pumpkins. So if you missed out on this stream, like you came in late, we followed along with this worksheet where you roll random dice from 1 to 6, and then you match it to these features here. I did 5 different kind of rolls. And you can do this activity anytime. It's a fun kind of creative challenge to see like, oh geez, the monster needs to have like 2 eyes and 6 legs and have spikes and things like that. And then so I did that with a couple of them, And then I chose my favorite one. I still really like this spider, but I chose this one since it's just something that I haven't seen that much. And then I got this version of it here. And you can use whatever you want to color. It doesn't have to be chalk pastel because it's a little messy. So I'm gonna go clean up, and then at 6 o'clock, let me go get it real quick. I'm gonna show you how to make pumpkins in 2 different ways. The first way, which is the easier way, you can do this on black paper or white paper, but it has a much cooler effect on black paper. We're gonna do kind of a Starry Night inspired landscape with some pumpkins and some spooky ghosts. I think it would make a really cute like postcard if you had it folded in half. And it makes an interesting texture with the construction paper too. And then we're also gonna learn just how to draw and color a pumpkin, kind of like in a painterly or more painterly style, almost like it's a still life, very shiny pumpkin. So look forward to that in just a little while here. But in the meantime, hope you all have a good night. The VOD again is gonna be on here on this YouTube channel forever. So if you ever want to watch it again and go step by step, being able to pause, more than welcome to do that. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you soon.